Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. All right, we're finishing up this week looking at 3 things that we were challenged to do in church last Sunday in reference to God and His kingdom. And the first one yesterday, if you missed it, was to start each morning with your head engaged, to be thinking about the things you should be thinking about. Today was the second. And if you had been in church Sunday and heard the sermon or heard it on the internet, I think you probably remember what it was. We started with the head, and then we went to the heart. The idea being that our lives need to daily reflect the love that we have for God. And that's what was present in this idea of the heart. I grew up in a family where it was very common to say, I love you. My dad, in fact, used to say to us that you will not know how much I love you until you have your own kids. And he was right. I've repeated that to my kids as well. But growing up in an area where you say, or in an atmosphere where you say, I love you, is something that's very valuable. But just as valuable as saying it is doing it. See, there's this famous passage in John chapter 21 where Jesus sees his apostles after the resurrection on the lakeside there in Galilee. And Jesus has a one-on-one with Peter where he says 3 times, Peter, do you love me? And Peter affirms his love for Jesus. Then Jesus tells him, then feed my sheep. See, that's the way it is with our love for God. If we genuinely love God, that love for God is shown as well as said. It's interesting, if you go decades later to a writing we call 1 Peter, it's the first epistle by Peter in the New Testament. In 1 Peter, Peter actually says there in the very early beginning that he commends his readers who love Jesus even though they'd never seen him. And their love for Jesus was shown in their actions as well, especially in the face of suffering. So as we pull in today and make this our video thought for the day, the challenge for us is to figure out ways today to not only love God, but to express that love for God in how we're living, in what we're doing. And as we express that love for God today, we will be living for Him. If we express that love for His kingdom, for those people He values, for that ethic and life He values, then we will change the way we live because we will show it by how we live today. I love the idea, love, pun there, I love the idea of expressing our love for God in word and in deed. And so it's my challenge for you today. My challenge is make today a day where you deliberately, using your head, as we spoke about yesterday, make decisions to not only affirm your love for God verbally, but affirm your love for Him and His kingdom in what you do. It's a great way to start not only today, but every day. And so I give it to you as your video thought for the day. And I challenge you, if there's someone on your heart to share it with, send a link to this. Share it with them. Let's show God our love.